Hey everybody, Invisiblekatana here doing a reaction and review for the Netflix original series, Julie's Greenroom. It's a show that's going to be coming out pretty soon. This was actually requested of me. I'd actually never heard of the show. I pretty much only know about like the nerdy stuff when it comes to Netflix originals, so if it's not Marvel or anime, I probably don't know about it. But this was suggested to me, and because I'm an idiot, I've never considered this before, but if you guys have any suggestions for trailers that you guys want me to react to, or just videos in general, it doesn't have to actually be trailers to shows and stuff, but just any videos you guys want to see my reaction to, definitely suggest them to me. I don't really do reactions too often. I just kind of pick and choose like my favorite things, and then other than that I just do my reviews and gaming videos. But if you guys have anything that you want to see me do a reaction to, just put it down in the comment section, or just message me on the channel, however you want to get in touch with me, Twitter, Facebook, anything, just let me know, because I'll definitely check it out if you guys are interested in seeing my reaction to it. So we'll get into this and we'll see what it's all about.
Welcome, my greenies. To the stage.
This is gonna be the best workshop ever! Copy that!
We're going to be learning about the magic of the performing arts. His name is Hugo. Every theater ought to have a duck.
Frank, it's time to start our acting class. First, there's listening. Super important.
What is he?
Are you ready to sing
This should be
your hearts out,
interesting.
Miss Julie?
In harmony. Fire up the bus, Gus. These kids are going to Broadway. My job is to make people laugh. Are you good at it? Am I good at it? I don't know. What have you heard? All right, ready, everybody?
My girlfriend loves her.
What are we gonna learn today?
We are going to build Mashup the musical.
Awesome!
Remember, every part, big or small, is important to our play. Best friends make the best team. You guys ready for your big night?
Interesting. So it comes out March 17th. Now, the thing about that is, with the way it plays out, I'm very curious how it's going to work as a series, because it seems like it's something that they could do as a film. And I don't know if you guys noticed at the very beginning, it was a Jim Henson production, which I thought that was very interesting. And I figured once I saw that name, I was like, okay, if Henson is in there, it's going to be like Muppets or puppets. They probably can't use the actual term Muppets. Well, they could. It's his father's company. But it's like, okay, you know certain things are going to come into play here. So that's very interesting. And it seems like the way that they have it, it's going to be geared towards children. But I'm assuming that, of course, as an adult, you could enjoy it, because, of course, they have big stars in here, like all throughout this thing. And they have musical artists and stuff like that, and actors and things like that. So it's very interesting how it's going to play out, because from this, admittedly, it's kind of hard to tell if it's directly geared towards children, because there's no like raunchy jokes or anything like that, so I would assume it's geared towards children. But at the same time, I feel like this could definitely be something that adults can enjoy as well. So it's a very interesting concept for a show, especially for a Netflix show, because like I said, it's kind of hard to tell if it's going to be educational or if it's just going to be like a cool kids show that's also cool for adults. Like kind of like the Muppet Show. Well, maybe not the Muppet Show that came out, because that was actually for adults. But this seems like an actual kind of in-between ground for that, like where that was really for adults, and then of course like old Muppet stuff was directly towards kids. This seems like it's somewhere in the middle. So I actually find that interesting. I don't know if I'll personally check this out, but I'm definitely excited to see what reviews come out for this once the show starts to premiere. I'll definitely be looking up some reviews just to see what other people think about it. But it's very interesting, and they're putting on the play, and they have lots of different guests, coming into this show. Like I said, comedians, actors, and musicians, and stuff like that. So there's a lot to this, and I'm very curious how it's going to play out. But as of now, it seems like a pretty cool idea. Like I said, for me personally, I don't know if I'll check it out, but I do like this idea. I think it's very interesting definitely where it could be headed and what they could do with this sort of show, because unfortunately with the Muppet Show that did end up getting canceled, they might have a bit more kind of free range with this, with it, being a Netflix show. There's a little bit more that they can do, and of course they're using kids in this and not like the actual Muppets characters. But I don't know. There's a lot that I feel they can do with this, so it's interesting to see how it's kind of playing out with having these people come in and they're like like I said, just a bunch of famous people. It's interesting how that's just going to be geared, because that doesn't seem like it's directly geared towards kids or anything like that. And of course, the puppet characters are kids, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's for kids. I mean, things can really switch it up on you, so you never really know. But I actually like this. I thought that was a pretty interesting trailer, and I'm really curious to see how this type of show kind of works. Especially, I mean, this seems like they have a guest per episode, if not more than one guest per episode, and that's pretty intense. I mean, every episode, like, just somebody doing something, and it's something with performing arts. That in itself, I think, is pretty cool as well, because it's like they have musicians, and then they have like the ballet stuff, and then like the kids are like putting on a play during like towards the end of this. So it's very interesting. They're like musical numbers and things like that. So there are a lot of different components to this, and I could easily see this actually being a pretty big thing for both kids and adults, depending on, like I said, how far they go towards gearing it to children. But that actually wasn't too bad. I was pretty interested by that. Like I said, I probably won't check the show out myself, but I'll at least check out some reviews and see, once I know kind of what it's geared towards. I might end up watching the Sarah Bareilles episode, because like I said, my girlfriend like loves her. So depending on how the show plays out, I might at least gear her towards that episode specifically. But I don't know. I might also watch it. I wish I remembered the guy's name, but I saw his face in here, and he's the guy who played I can't remember like any of the characters' names, but he played Frasier's brother in the show Frasier. I love that show. Like that might be a weird thing for me to say, but I love that show. When I was growing up, I always thought it was really, really funny. And I saw him in here for like half a second, the brother character. Niles was the character's name. I just can't think of the actor's name. But he was in here for like half a second. Here, yeah. It was like half a second, some confetti fell on him. I like that guy. I really think he's a good actor. So, I like him and Kelsey Grammer, actually. But I might watch that episode too. But I enjoyed this. I think it's a pretty nice trailer for something where, like I said, it's a little hard to tell if it's really geared towards kids or if it's just like you can have it a full family sort of show. But we'll see how it plays out once the series comes out. Of course, would love to know what you guys thought about it. So please put your comments down in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought. Thought about this trailer in general. Your favorite parts, least favorite parts. Typically for these, unless it's like the Marvel Netflix shows, they tend not to do multiple trailers. Not that I can recall, at least, for their Netflix original shows. They do like just one trailer, especially with this coming out in March. It's coming out very soon. So maybe we'll get a little bit more stuff. Maybe not official trailers, but maybe some behind the scenes stuff and just interviews so you can get more of an idea of what the show is. But if there were another trailer, what would you guys like to see from it? Because for me personally, it's definitely who exactly is it geared towards? Because I do feel like with the way it played out, it wasn't like, oh, these kids are learning something. It's about ballet, and it's like it could be something for young kids where they just learn about this stuff in general. But I feel like it can also be for people who have interest, like adults, young adults like myself, or just older adults who have interest in ballet. And it seems like it could be like half informational, half entertainment. So it kind of works for the kids, but it still works for the adults because they might learn something that they don't know, or just be able to get a little bit more experience in something that interests them, like the ballet stuff and acting and music and getting into music and things like that. It seems like it's definitely a sort of almost an inspirational type of show. Like it could definitely go that route at least. But like I said, would love to know what you guys thought about this trailer. So please put your comments down in the comment section below. And of course, thanks for watching.